Hi, good evening, good afternoon. Johor Bahru is still young relatively to other big cities in the world. Founded in 1866 by His Majesty Sultan Sir Abu Bakar, JB is the symbol of the modern world of Johor. From its planning, architecture, arts, culture, and politics, JB has always become the center of attraction with its ability to introduce things out of the box. We have done so many things, from fashion, music. We always lead and become the game changer. And that is the classic character of a JB boy. We brag a lot. After the birth of Iskandar Malaysia, JB seems to receive a new hope, a much more promising journey. It has been carefully positioned to be the next metropolis of international standing, so-called. Like all classic case in developing country, we always focusing on greenfield area in order to attract new investment and to increase new population. Likewise, in the picture, JB seems like stuck in time. This is the picture of our train station. There's a missing clock over there. We missed the clock. And it symbolizes JB stuck in time. So we need the clock back and move it ahead. I'm serious about it. People always put those significant architecture pictures of JB to show its character. We have all these big buildings. It says this is the symbol of modernization of Johor Bahru. This is our pride. This is our proud. But today, I choose to share with you some of the colors and character of Johor Bahru that yet to be explored, maybe. These pictures were taken around Jalan Dobi, Jalan Tan Hiok Ni, and Jalan Ibrahim in 2009. This was the early intervention by the local council after the death of Johor Bahru Old City. The JB city was dead in 2008 after the shift of the CIQ complex to Bukit Chaga and the shift of our administration center to Kota Iskandar. So it deters the footfall into the JB city itself. The shops has turned into stores, and people are not interested to open up their stores in daytime. Then there's come an intervention by introducing the JB Bazaar, the Pasar Malam, I should say. They call it Pasar Karat. You know, to add some flavor, to bring in life. Yes, it's lively at night, but in the daytime, it turns every shop into a store where all these hawkers and all these people who have their business in Pasar Karat put their stuff in the store. So there's a bigger challenge. But it's definitely need a serious intervention. Then there's a bigger intervention to help JB City. They bring back the river, which actually there. The intention was great, and the construction is very timely. By doing so, then people can only realize and understand that transformation is happening. As a result, we are here today in Amari, which took a place, used to be one of the cinema, right? Seems like you. Another thing is actually people have gone in the wrong channel. Recharging a city is not only limited to the commercial areas. Residential areas need attention too. This is very, very serious. We need to bring in the life to make a city moves, the right love and passion to bring in the soul. As a JB boy, I don't want JB to be a transit city for the benefit of others. I think you understand what I mean. This is Kim Teng Park. Most of the building or most of the houses has turned into hostels, and it has been a choice for the commuters to stay here. By having a heavy schedule every day, busy, hectic schedule, they have less interaction with the neighbors. They don't even know what's happening around them. They are so confused. They live in both worlds with different policies. So the people itself lost their character. When the people lost their character and soul, the city won't have the right soul for today. When a scenario like this start to happen, a developer saw it as an opportunity. They would like to come and they would like to introduce an intervention and turn it into commercial areas. So, does it mean that recharging a city is turning everything into commercial areas? I don't think so. Let's think about it. Siang yang malam. We don't want our city to get stuck like siang. This is Jalan siang. The day is like a night. The night is a real night. When do we call it a day? I think it will be a day for everybody when JB find the true potential of Johor Bahru. And I believe it will start today. Due to location, the price tag for these properties is like a bomb. So expensive. Does the price tag that offers price tag offers the right living experience for those who can afford? It's like a nightmare. Sexy architecture, scary experience. But we can't afford to leave them stuck there. We have to rejuvenate and to look into greater potential for these areas. We can't simply turn them into commercial spaces. It has to be a place for people to reside, to live, and how do we look into this? The dilapidated city symptom is getting deeper into Johor Bahru and quite worrying. Besides city center, old housing estates such as Taman Pelangi, Taman Sri Tebrau, Taman Century, and Taman Melodies have started giving the sign. More and more houses being left unoccupied and unattended. I don't know where the kids, maybe they are in Singapore or KL. Maybe they feel that JB is not cool enough for them. But please do something. If you're not interested with your property, sell it out at the right price. This picture is in Taman Pelangi. I call it the path to the future. What I'm trying to address here is actually, we are waiting for the highest residential tower in Southeast Asia to be completed soon. But the public amenities, the public parks, is nothing near with its credential. They must remember, if they purchase a unit up there without a good view in the future, they don't have any values. You don't want to buy a unit that costs you millions, but overseeing a dilapidated areas. You need to see greens. You need to see things that cool and good for you. That's what investment all about. Why not take some of their tax money and put it here? It's a win-win situation. And it will make this city, this area more vibrant for people to live, to stay. And it will also give value to them up there. So this is what it's all about. If these things are not being addressed today, I'm afraid that will be my next problem. It's going to be like this as well, because it will be left unoccupied. Underpopulated schools are also the signal of declining population. There are many schools in the older part of JB, but no kids. Very less, not so many kids in the city anymore. If this issue is not being addressed carefully, somebody will be clever enough to suggest it to be converted into another commercial space. Kilang Bateri maybe? I'm not going to do that. But the way I look at it, this is somewhere near Jalan Gereja, near Jalan Glendinning. It's up here, so near with us. The series of schools, if we turn it into a city campus, a series of campus, turn it into a tertiary level education hub or center, it will bring more youth and a younger population into the city. That's the best intervention that we should make. If not, it will turn into something else, and we must realize that to build a school is not easy. So why not we utilize it for education purpose as well? So, where are we heading? The taxi saga. Yeah, it's Proton saga. Punchline didn't come in. What can we do? Are we going to wander around like the taxi saga, just being props for the city? But the fact that we only use Uber, we want them around. This taxi saga is not like London or New York taxi, which will make you to gain hundreds of likes on your Instagram or Facebook when you post your selfie in it. But people say that we need you around. The uncle also headache already. Don't know what to do. Everybody's took Uber. But you must remember, the London taxi, the New York taxi, is not the car that give the values to the taxi. The city and the experience that give values to the city. So it's the character. After all, if you cannot get saga taxi somewhere else, it is our character. So your choice. And how do we address and embrace our city? That is very much our call. Let's do something. We can always start from little things. Do your part. Our city can't die. And our city can't be here for the sake of being here. Johor Bahru must exist for a reason. Even though it's quite young, JB must make the world need us more than we need them. We need a great statement. We need more lively activities. At least me and my friends have done some little things for Johor Bahru. It's called Kilang Bateri. And I believe there's more can be done. Sometimes it's good to fall. It is good to be at the rock bottom because there's only one way. And that way is going up. Thank you, Johor Bahru. See you at the top.